Hi, my name is Brett Goh. My family came from the slums of China and extreme poverty, and right now I'm a millionaire at the age of 21. As crazy as how that story sounds, I'm a true testament of a rags to riches story. And basically in this video, I want to talk about what I wish I knew when I started trading. You see, for the past 4 years of my trading journey, I made over 6 figures. And right now, I'm on my way to scale my trading account to 7 figures and beyond. And hopefully I get to $10 million by the age of 30. So I believe you can say I know a thing or two about trading. If you don't believe, I'm wearing a $200,000 watch from Patek Philippe. And I don't know if this is like a proof of my trading profits or it's just because I want validation from strangers because I got bullied and I was insecure as a kid. Anyways, yeah, this is gonna be raw and unedited, unfiltered, so you can kind of get a sense of basically everything I knew about trading at a very young age. So I got introduced into Forex trading back in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. And I was just learning how to trade based on support and resistance levels, trend lines, chart patterns, all the retail trading concepts that I believe you guys are very familiar with. In fact, I actually teach them on my channel, or I used to do so. And the funny thing is, if you sort my videos by the oldest on my YouTube channel, you can literally go back in time. You can see me making like my first $110 or something from trading a double top chart pattern. Like if you don't believe me, you can just sort my videos by the oldest and you can just see that video. So I pretty much documented my entire trading journey from the start to basically where I am right now. So I guess I can prove that I have skin in the game, right? I have skin in the game. And you should never ever believe any traders who have absolutely no skin in the game, those freaking wankers who just show their profits, even though they have been trading for 6 months, and that is a goddamn demo account. And right now they are flexing their Rolls Royce that they just rented for $1,000 a day, which I make in a day. Yes, I make that amount in a day right now. Anyways, my main thing, like the first thing I want you guys to take away from this video is a very important concept, because this is really what caused me to have like that paradigm shift in terms of trading and looking at the markets. And that is, I completely abandoned the retail trading concepts. I completely stopped trading support and resistance, trend lines, chart patterns, and all these stupid retail concepts. The thing is, these things, right? If you look at everywhere on the internet, they will teach you these things when you are just starting out. Why? Because what if I tell you that these things, these chart patterns or support and resistance levels, they are literally created to bait retail traders into the market. Example, you see a support level right there and then you enter for a buy, and guess what? You are essentially acting as a liquidity point for smart money to actually grab that liquidity and reverse the entire market up to fuel their large existing positions. Okay, I'm not going to talk too much about liquidity in this lesson. If you want, I got like tons of videos on my YouTube channel which you can check it out. But basically, the first thing I did was to really abandon all the retail trading concepts. Or rather, that is really what gave me the aha moment. The moment that actually turned me into a profitable trader who trades like a professional. So once I actually started abandoning all the retail trading concepts, I moved on to start learning about the things that truly allow the market to move, how price truly operates. And that's basically things like your market structure, your institutional supply and demand, your liquidity concepts, right? I believe that these three are the core fundamentals when it comes to profitable trading. And that is what I teach my students inside the 1% Club. Right now, hundreds of students have gotten consistent profits, increased their win rate, increased their risk-to-reward ratio, and was able to trade with precision and gain extreme clarity in the market. And that's because of these three main fundamental concepts. And once again, I have nothing to sell you here. I'm not going to force you to buy my $997 course or nothing, right? I'm just saying that this is something that I have, and if you want to get coached by me, you can check out the 1% Club. I'm not going to force you to. So once I really abandoned the retail trading concepts, I was finally really able to figure out how the market really works. And it's not based on stupid chart patterns, right? You have to understand why the market moved the way it moved. And it comes down to things like order flow and supply and demand, order blocks, and basically understanding where smart money have entered into the market, because they are the ones that actually control the market, and figuring out where they are going to enter into the market again. That is your leverage. That is your edge in the markets. If you can figure out exactly when smart money have entered into the market and where they are going to enter again, and you get in when they enter again, that is how you make the big bucks. That is how you leverage the large move that is fueled by them. Because remember, we retail traders, we are small fishes in the ocean, and we're not going to do anything, like any sort of thing to move the markets. We have absolutely no power. We are brokies, we are peasants compared to them. Truly, if you think about it, it's not just in the markets. The elites control the world. If they control the world, no shit, they're going to control the markets as well. So, if we can figure out how to trade like smart money as a collective, then we can stand a chance inside this market, inside this zero-sum game where someone else loses and someone wins. And we want to be the winners, right? We are tired of being losers. So yeah, start trading smart money. That's like the first tip that I wish I knew when I started trading. And the second tip that I wish I knew is to focus on the R multiple rather than money. What I mean by that is that, like, when you go onto social media and you see all these trading gurus flexing their profits, some of them made 30K last night. Some mother effers made 100K last night. And you're over there on your MetaTrader 4 and all you see is red. All you see is that you are on a losing streak. And your mind is telling you you are a shit trader compared to these gurus. And maybe that is true, right? Maybe that is true. I'm not going to deny it and lie to your face, but maybe that is true. Maybe you are a shit trader who don't really understand how the market operates. Well, then you can start by learning how to trade like smart money. Then next, my point here is that when you focus on the R multiple instead of the money, you kind of detach yourself from the outcome and you're able to focus on the process. And by focusing on the process, you're able to get better as a trader. Because the thing about trading is that the moment you start focusing on the money rather than the process, rather than getting good as a trader, is the moment that you lose everything. The moment you stop focusing on the money and you start shifting your focus back to the process, focus on executing your edge, focus on using the correct risk, focus on following your plan and leveling up your mindset as a trader, is the moment you start getting better as a trader. You might not make a lot of money when you make that mindset shift, right? You might make even lesser money than you used to. But what happens here is that your energy shifts. Because right now, you know that you're working hard at the charts and eventually the market will reward you. Eventually, it might not be now, it might not be 10 days from now or 1 month from now, but eventually the market will reward you for your discipline, your patience, and your hard work. So, stop focusing on the money, focus on the R multiple. And what that means is to focus on how much risk are you putting out in order to get back that amount of return. Like I said, all the trading gurus with like their large amount of profits they'll see on Instagram, right? Do you look at their lot size? If you compare their lot size to the amount of money they have in their account, they're over leveraging. Or they are just completely stupid. They are using like a 40 lot size on like a, let's say a 50K account. They are over leveraging. They are using a lot size that is way too big for their account. And yes, they might make such big wins, right, as they swing for the fences. But then, have they shown you their losses? Have they shown you how much money they lose on a single trade? They might make 40K on a trade. But then if they lose 50K, 60K on a trade, they are not profitable. They are not truly consistently profitable. And that's the truth that they are hiding from you. Right? For me, I've never hide the truth. I've always shared my losses, shared my wins. Go through the uncut trading episodes. You will see if I make money, I make about $12,000 or $5,000. But when I lose incredibly small. I lose about $1,000, $2,000 maximum. And that is why I always focus on the R multiple. Because I know for a fact that I'm not looking at the money. I'm not looking at how much the profits can like buy for me, like how much things the profits can buy for me. Just because I'm up $5,000 doesn't mean that I'm going to go out there and buy a new car, right? I'm focusing on the R multiple. I'm thinking about, okay, I'm risking 1% to make 5%. Is that a smart risk to reward decision? Yes, then take the goddamn trade. If I'm risking 1% to make 0.5%, that's extremely stupid. Then I won't be taking that trade, right? It's about thinking of every single trade that you take as an intelligent risk to reward decision by really focusing on the R multiple. And another benefit that you get from this is that you start getting detached from the money. Like I said, when you focus on the process, you naturally make more money because you are getting better as a trader. You're gaining more clarity when it comes to analyzing the markets. You are able to trade with much more precision because you are able to refine your entries and your exits rather than just focusing on how much money this trade can make you. And when you get detached from the money, guess what? You make more money. This doesn't just apply in the markets. It applies in life too, right? Whatever you chase runs away. You need to focus on becoming the person that can attract wealth, attract whatever you want in life, rather than continuously chasing it. I only became a profitable trader when, like I said, I shifted my focus to the process. And right now, I'm detached, completely detached from money. I can be up 10K and you can sit right across me and I won't even be smiling. I'll just be like maintaining like a straight face like this. I can be down 10K. Same thing. I won't be smiling. I'll be maintaining like a robotic poker face like I have right now. So focus on the R multiple rather than money. That's the second tip, and that is a very essential tip that you guys can use to actually become like a professional trader, right? Really, this whole video is really about making you guys a professional trader and teaching you guys the thing that I wish I knew when I started trading, because it took me like 3 years of losing money. I literally went through lots of trials and tribulations. I had to figure everything out by myself. I had absolutely no mentor. All I did was to buy a bunch of trading courses and study my ass off and just continuously back test and front test and trade on my live account to eventually figure out what works and what doesn't work. And then I just did more of what works and I stopped doing what doesn't work. That's all I did to become a profitable trader. And as simple as that sounds, no, it didn't. It wasn't this simple. I lost over $10,000 in my first year of trading, and I blew over 10 accounts. So believe me when I say that I understand how you feel right now, whether you are a losing trader or you are a trader who is struggling to find profitability in the markets and you are always getting stopped out, or you are a complete beginner who have absolutely no idea how to trade, or you might be an advanced trader but you want to take your trading to the next level. That is why you're watching this video right now. That's why I tell you that I know exactly what you have what you have felt. Whatever you have felt so far in your entire trading journey, I've felt the same thing. Whatever mistakes that you have made so far in your trading journey, I've made the same exact mistakes. You revenge trade, so do I. You trade based on FOMO because you see this large candlestick and you just get so tempted to get into the trade, so have I. Every single person will go through these mistakes when they are trading. So I'm just telling you that you're not alone, right? We all have went through those mistakes. But what happens is that whether you persevere through these mistakes and eventually find the light at the end of the tunnel, and that is what this video is about. Helping you get to the end point faster, helping you find the light at the end of the tunnel faster. Just visualize this. Like, this is the tunnel and you're walking through the tunnel. You're struggling to find any light. It's completely dark. You can't see shit. And right here, I'm holding the light. I'm holding a torchlight at the end of the tunnel. And right now, I'm just helping you, guiding you, and just making you faster to become profitable faster, so much faster than I did. If you can watch this video and implement whatever I've taught you so far in this video, or rather everything in this video, you will become profitable 1 or 2 years faster than I did. I can guarantee you that. But that only comes when you apply whatever I've taught you so far. So the next tip that I have for you is to really become desensitized to big numbers. You see, in order to scale your trading account, to go from $1,000 to managing $10,000 in your trading capital, or even 100K, or even $1 million, you need to become desensitized to money and completely have absolutely no meaning towards money. What I mean by that is that if you cannot manage $10, you cannot manage $100, then you won't be able to manage $1,000. If I give you $100,000 trading account right now, you'll be completely shocked like this. Because you still haven't get to the stage where you are completely desensitized to money. You still look at profits as, holy shit, that's my entire paycheck right there. Holy shit, I'm up like $5,000, that's my entire paycheck right there. Holy shit, I'm down $1,000, that's my monthly rental, that's my monthly bills. You still look at money in that way. If you continue looking at money in that way, you will never get to the point where you are able to scale your trading account to 6 figures or even 7 figures. Because once you reach the point where you are managing not just 10K, but you're managing 100K, that is when your emotions really start kicking in. Because right now, when you are up, you can be making $10,000. And when you're down, you could be losing $2,000 or something like that if you are following proper risk management rules. So the only way to truly scale your trading account and to really like make those big bucks is really becoming desensitized to big numbers, right? You need to be completely like just detached from big numbers. You have to look at the profits on your MetaTrader 4 and tell yourself that this is just numbers on the screen, and then go back to focusing on R multiple. That is how you truly win in the long haul, right? Now, I think this is the biggest shift, in my opinion, to really become desensitized to big numbers, because once I was able to make that shift, I started scaling my account from 50K to 100K, and right now I'm on my way to actually start managing a $1 million trading account, right? And like I said, big numbers require some big balls. So I need you to actually go down there and grab the balls right now and actually tell yourself, or rather ask yourself, whether you have what it takes to handle a big trading account. If you don't, then you need to start small. Start small, build consistency, and then start becoming desensitized to whatever you see on the screen, right? A lot of people always ask me, hey Brad, what advice do you have for small account traders? How can I grow my trading account as fast as possible and flip it from like $500 to $10,000? And I always say, use a small account as a practice account. Practice so that you get a sense of what it feels like to trade a live account. Because if you can manage a small $100 or $1,000 account and you focus on the R multiple, that means you're risking 1% on each trade over and over again. And then eventually, even if I give you a $1,000 account or 100K account, you're still focusing on risking 1%. And 1% will always be 1%. It will never change. What changes is the numbers on the screen, the profits, how big it gets now. But then the risk is always the same. You are still doing the same thing you are doing right now as what you were doing 3 years ago when you were managing $100. Right now, it's just that you have a larger trading capital, and right now, it's all about staying consistent to your risk, your process, and just refining your edge. And the next thing I really want to talk about is the importance of journaling, right? If I have like just one thing that I really made a huge benefit inside my entire trading journey, and it's also the one thing that I hate to do the most, that is journaling. Come on, let's be honest, nobody likes journaling. Who the hell likes to write in a goddamn book after you've just lost like $1,000, $5,000? Nobody likes to do that. Everybody just want to, maybe go eat ice cream to make them feel better about themselves, to make them feel like they are less shitty. When in reality, you are still as shit as you were before. You're still making the same old goddamn mistakes that you were doing 1 year ago, 6 months ago. And you wonder why you struggle to find consistent profitability. Journaling is extremely hard. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. No, it's easy to journal when you are rational. It's easy to journal a win. It's easy to journal when you are feeling like you're on top of the world right now, when you are going through a winning streak. It's extremely difficult to journal after a losing streak. It's extremely difficult to confront your cold, hard losses and look at them in the eyes and tell you, okay, I need to learn something from you. What are you trying to teach me, buddy? What are you trying to teach me? It's hard to do that. But that is what it takes to become a professional trader that wins and makes money consistently. Right? That is truly what it takes. I have literally like nothing else to add when it comes to like the biggest edge that you can get over your competition is to journal. Like I said, not many traders journal. Not many traders can actually confront their mistakes and look at them in terms of lessons. But if you can do that, then that is when you can make a drastic improvement inside your trading performance. Because now you are able to figure out what's working, what's not working, so you can do more of what works and do less of what doesn't. So that you can learn from your mistakes, so that you don't commit the same mistakes over and over again. And then in this way, you're able to eliminate the losses. And when you eliminate the losses, guess what? You're increasing the wins. There's a higher chance that you're going to become profitable. So that is what journaling is really about. And journaling is just one thing that I felt like was absolutely essential, but I just didn't know how important it is like when I started trading. So it is what it is, right? If you guys can journal, you can just gain a huge edge against your competition. And I stand by that, and I'll always stand by that. Now the question becomes, what's the one thing that separates the winners from the losers? What is the one thing that allows you to get to the top 1% of traders instead of becoming the rest of the 99% at the bottom? What is that one thing? One common differentiating factor that I realized that actually separates like the successful traders from the non-successful traders, or rather the failures, the bottom of the bottom. It's one thing and one thing only. And it's not what you think it is, right? You might think that it is because they have a solid trading strategy. You might think that it's because they have they are very good at risk management. All of these things are very important, right? Don't get me wrong. All of these are extremely important. But one thing that really allow traders to last long in the game, allow professionals to, remain consistently profitable for such a long time. One thing, just one thing. And I believe you already know that by now, but you don't practice it. You don't apply this knowledge, right? Okay, so what's that one thing? I don't want to keep you in suspense, but the one thing is time. Okay, yes, it is time. Now, what does it mean? Time. You see, time is a very weird concept because time is something that is finite. We only have 24 hours a day. Why is it that some people are able to accomplish much more than others, right? And it's usually due to focus, right? Because focus is a multiplier. Example, the guy who can focus and trade for 12 hours is gonna get more than the guy who's not really focused but trade for 24 hours, right? So focus is that multiplier. So all of this stuff is important. But like I said, what makes time so powerful is the compound effect, right? Let me tell you something. Trading is going to be extremely difficult. It's going to be extremely hard. You're going to encounter a ton of setbacks. You're going to encounter a shit ton of obstacles. You're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to blow accounts after accounts. You're going to get to the point where you feel like punching your pillow because you just lost your life savings, right? I'm telling you this because this is exactly what happened to me. That night where I lost $10,000 in one night, I punched my pillow, I cried, I was genuinely thinking about, you know what, F this shit, I don't want to be trading anymore. I just want to go back to my 9-to-5 job so that I can actually have a steady, consistent payroll, instead of doing this risky kind of stuff. This is exactly what you are going to go through. And that is why I urge you to actually trust the process. Take your time, right? Be very patient. Because the thing about trading is that you will not actually reach that consistent profitability within a very short amount of time. It's going to be a very long time, right? And it's not because you lack the knowledge to do so. It's because it takes a very long time to build that consistently profitable mindset, right? Because like I said, we humans, we are wired. We are literally biologically wired not to become successful traders. Our fight or flight mechanism is working against us in trading instead of for us. And that is why at the start, when you start trading a live account, you're going to be succumbed to a lot of different emotions and all type of shit, right? And
my advice would be like really just give it time. Because yesterday at the 1% Club meetup, I asked them what is the one main problem that you guys face when you are trading, and most of them say it's emotions. And then they ask me what is the fix, right? And usually I will just give them like a quick fix, right? Maybe if you are over trading, then you need to set a profit target or loss target. Or if you are, you are giving back your wins to the market, right? Maybe after you win money in the London session, at the New York session, you end up giving your profits back to the market. Then I will advise them to, just stick to one trading session. So I was just giving all this good advice yesterday. But I realized like the one main thing that I really want to drill into them yesterday was the concept of time. Because I realized that I wasn't making much money in my first year. I wasn't making any sort of money in my second year as well, right? Maybe second year I was like breaking even, I was kind of starting to figure things out already, breaking even here and there, not making much, but not losing a lot as well, right? First year, just losing a lot of money. That's it, right? Losing a lot of money, learning a ton of lessons, because we humans, we need to learn the hard way. And then second year will be, I just realized this angle is kind of weird. Let me just put that. Second year will be breaking even. You know what exactly you need to do. You need to follow the plan. You need to use the correct position size. So you're at this point you're kind of break even, but you still haven't gained the edge in terms of your mindset as yet. And then third year onwards, that is where I start to see the compound effect. That's where I start to see my profits just compound incredibly. Like the first year, I was maybe making like $20 per day or whatnot, right? Very small amount, because I was trading with a very small amount of capital as well. And then second year, start to see the break even. And third year, just go like $1,000 days, like $5,000 days, $10,000 days, $20,000 days. And that's the compound effect in working, guys. That is why I ask you guys to trust the process. Don't look at trading as a way where, you're gonna get rich very, very fast. No, if you can actually stay in the game and sustain in the game for a very long period of time, eventually you will make it. I believe in you. I'm rooting for you. If you're watching this video, that means that you are committed to the process of actually learning and actually becoming a successful trader. And I want to see that for you. And I believe that if me, an average 21-year-old Asian guy who's has big ass ears, who's insecure his whole life, who got bullied as a kid, who has the most fucked up childhood ever, who grew up in the most uncomfortable situations, grew up in a village, parents is from like a third world country, China, not really third world, but okay, basically my point here is that like, if a guy with me, who came from absolutely nothing, bottom of the bottom, can make it. If I can live on this 49th floor penthouse, the tallest house in this entire estate, you can do it too, bro. You can do it too, bro. Because here's what lies at the end of the finish line. That's right. That's right. That's right, guys. Look at that. But before you get to this point, guess what? You have to earn. You have to earn it. You have to earn the right to enjoy the nice things in life. The only reason why it feels good to have all these nice things is because I had nothing. I grew up with nothing. So basically my point here is this. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take years, right? It might take you 3 to 5 years to even become profitable. But once you do, the rewards are exponential. You will literally get everything you want in life. And I wish that for you. Alright? If I can do it, you can do it here too. And as always, remember, you're just one trade away. Mwah, mwah.